got Marc White with after 2-0 win against Fleet United. He must be well pleased with that win tonight.
Yeah, pleased. Scrappy from us really, but obviously we played way better and lost. We've done enough really. It's just one of them evenings was going to go our way. It's funny how football works. You know, you have good performances and get nothing out of it. Point Saturday we thought might be a good point retrospectively, and tonight really, I mean, we had a few challenges. I mean, the boys wanted to win so desperately, and I thought they set off at a blistering pace. I mean, our best spell by far was the first half hour. No, real blistering football. But actually, then it kind of got too much, and we were just wide open, trying to do things so quickly. First time, one touch, and then the ball started turning over a little bit, and we let them in the game sort of, I don't know, quarter of an hour before the half-time whistle, and then we scored at a great time. Scored at a really good time. Set piece that we practiced, to be fair, which is good. Ed Harris had a groin strain, so at half-time we knew we had to come off, but we weren't quite prepared to make the changes, so the decision was to, you know, we had to go to a back four, and Sammy and Dan, Sammy in particular, has played. We started one game in the best part of 18 months. So it was important we went to a back four to protect Sammy, and Dan we knew is such a utility player. And I just thought, listen, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be pretty reminiscent of the Bostic League when we won up 22 points. You know, the amount of games we'd go 2-0, 2-1 up in, and then just drop into a back four, and then it's not pretty on the eye, but just sit in and defend. And, you know, I mean, we kept them at long range, in fairness, mainly. Yeah, I think I said to the boys, look, heart, endeavour, passion, brilliant, excellent, a bit too wide open at times, perhaps, but I kind of feel their pain. They wanted to win in the lead. They really wanted to win tonight. So they chased the game a lot first half. That's why, do you know what I mean? So, but we sat in on the lead, and that's why Fleet had the ball second half.
Yeah, but I say, was that one of your concerns that you might let them come at you a little bit too much, because they did have a second half, they did have a lot of chances, obviously.
Yeah, no, I mean, we just essentially let them have the ball, really.
And you're happy with that?
Yeah, that was the plan, just drop in deep, and we knew that Sammy Alab would control the game a little bit back there, and he did, to be fair, very smart player, and you know, we I guess you could argue we've done a Mourinho job really to a degree. It was just sitting deep, and then protect the lead, which is again is something we've done. I said to the management team, look, you know, this is, you know, I always refer to it when we won that lead by 22 points. You know, we've done it all the time. Just right, we're winning, that'll do. You know, back four, and tonight was reminiscent of that really.
I thought Briggs, I think that was his best performance of the season so far, in my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah.
I thought Howes, best performance in goal, nice and strong, good hands. I thought he had a good performance. My man of the match I gave was McShane, because I thought for the whole 90 minutes he worked and got in those little pockets. Yeah,
100%. I thought Fogden and McShane worked really hard, relentlessly. More run his legs into the ground. You know, it's a game that, had it not been for the injury, you know, Niall would have ended up centre mid. We needed legs in there. It was, for me, if we don't need to change the shape, it's second half would be a lot different. But we're not a team that can play in a 4-4-2, to be quite frank. We can defend it, but we're not great going forward. You know, you need like a bigger striker so you can play a little bit more direct and into him. Obviously, not having Jason was going to make that difficult. So, we could have done better in that back four, but in terms of playing on the ball, but defensively excellent and restricted them to long range. And actually Sam didn't really have a shot to save. But in fairness, and I did say to Dennis really, more so because, you know, I think they've not scored in maybe 4 or 5 games. So clearly they might need a striker there maybe, or although they've got good players. But it's not their time in front of goal right now.
Would you think about leaving Rutherford on just before the ball for him to keep chasing it, because he don't stop running, the lad, chasing things down? Did you think about leaving him on?
I just thought he was blowing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I thought he was starting to blow. I saw it at the end of the second half, and McShane was doing relentless pressing, and sometimes he'd look round and Alfie was sort of doing a little bit secondary pressing. He hasn't played a lot of football. Guys. So, you know, his time will come in front of goal. He's an excellent player. You know, he needs to work on his sharpness, fitness, but you know, he's got matches right now to play.
Sure.
But yeah, like, listen, I thought in the 3-5-2, a bit wide open, typical Wanderers, but, you know, played some great stuff. and just scored at a really good time. First goal was an excellent goal though.
Yeah,
It'd
very
be worth
good goal.
watching back. Really good goal. Second one's a dead ball we practiced. So, and we've just beaten a team we've never played before. They're full time, and the result is 2-0.
And that point at Hampton, after a win tonight, is a good point at the end of the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a good point if we'd have beaten Hampton down here. That's the thing. It was only a bad point because of the defeat at home, wasn't it? We said that. So, listen, it wasn't vintage, but it's about winning, getting points. And Hempstead here Saturday, and that'll be really tough. They're a team that really work hard for each other. We're going to be definitely short of players at the back. We're going to be really struggling. We're going to make a few big decisions there because we've got a week off. So after that, before the trophy, so resting players for that game, like the likes of Ed, he'll be good for the week after. Attempt to play him, he might not be. So we'll have to have a look Thursday. It's all about the league for us. So we'll have to take a risk, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, big game coming, Hampstead. Yeah, so another big game. They're all big games at the end of the day. You know, we moved up to second tonight. Dartford won 1-0. They go top. So I know the league's got a long way to go still, but you know, it's still momentum, isn't it?
Just want to win your games, really.
Exactly.
Just want to win your games. It's one of them divisions. Just keep winning the games, and you know, please, we've got to hopefully build up a little run of games now. You know.
Sure. Well done tonight,
Cheers,
mate. And we'll see you on Saturday.
Cheers, mate. Yeah.
All the best.